tracking down the bad in Toronto the good. No one gets away with murder. Murdoch Mysteries, 10 Wednesday on City TV.
Welcome back to Lunch Television, 12:27 here on a Monday afternoon. Welcome, Sarah Palter.
Thank you very much.
Specialist and gearing us all up for Canada Day. I can't believe it's already Canada Day again.
I know.
It just went by like that.
Just over a week to go.
And I think Canadians need to up the ante a little bit when it comes to celebrating.
You know, I agree. And so what we've done this year is we've decided to come up with some red and white festive recipes that would be great to make with your kids for Canada Day. And it's also using our new Smuckers Strawberry Squeeze Sundae Syrup.
Okay.
So it's super duper easy.
Okay.
And so it's a trifle. And normally when you think of a trifle, you think of something that's really complicated and drawn out and all that kind of stuff. So we came up with a really simple way that you can do it at home by yourself and with your kids.
Perfect.
So
okay.
What we've got here is just a bought pound cake that we've cubed. And a great way to get your kids involved in baking is to just take something like this and let them do it.
Yep.
It may not look, you know, as good as this, but I mean, I think the important thing that we have to remember is when you bake with your kids and do all that kinds of stuff with them like that, you're creating memorable moments for them.
And let them get messy.
It doesn't matter.
Hey, everything cleans up in the end.
You know, you kind of have a lot of patience and a lot of you have to suspend a lot of your preconceived baking ideas of what it's going to be.
See, I'm saying that because I'm not a parent.
Yeah.
Let them go crazy.
Well, but you know what? With a recipe like this, it's still going to taste good. Even if it doesn't look amazing, it's going to be great.
All right,
okay,
so how do we get started here?
Here's what you do. You take 2 cups of yogurt and you add in, do you want to do this?
Sure,
actually?
yeah. Where do you want?
You add in a can of sweetened condensed milk, and some lemon juice and some rind. And this is sort of a simple way to make up like a creme fraiche type of cream without going to all the trouble of cooking it or doing whatever.
Yeah.
And again, this is a great way to get your kids involved because they can just all throw it all into a bowl and they can do the mixing and all that kind of stuff.
Okay, and they get to lick the spatula after. That's always fun.
Right,
that was always my favorite part.
Well, and the great thing about this is there's nothing in there that's going to make them sick because there's no raw ingredients right out of the moment.
Is this later using yogurt? Is that usually, because it's usually a custard or what I've...
Yeah, it's usually a custard. I mean, the yogurt really gives it a nice little tang to it, and along with the lemon juice as well.
Okay, all right.
Anyhow, so we're pretend that's done already.
Okay,
so let's switch that guy out.
All right.
Okay, and then what you've got is your cake cubes. So you can just line about a quarter of the cake cubes. Just you can throw them into the bowl and do them on the bottom. Yeah.
Okay.
Easy.
So a quarter.
Yeah, it's about a quarter.
It's not exact science, right?
The great thing about the recipe is, you know, you're sort of on your own. It's loose interpretation.
Okay.
And then what you do is you put a quarter of this on top, so I can just do that for you.
Okay. So and it's just a layer effect, right?
It really is. And you know what? If you don't have a bowl like this, you can use sort of any bowl. If you don't have pound cake, you can use fruits. You can use
those little fingers, those little lady fingers.
Yeah, you can use the I'm ready cookies, that kind of thing. And then the fun part is giving your kids the squeeze and letting them do it. So in this case, you'll be the kid, right? Okay. And so, you know, you squeeze on as much or as little as you want.
Cool.
And they love this, right? Because it's so much fun.
And it's not messy either.
It's not messy. And then you just keep layering it up.
Okay, so more sponge cake?
Yeah, more sponge cake.
Throw that in there.
More cream. More squeeze.
And there's other examples of what you can use with our local strawberries, I guess, eh? And the cupcakes and little...
Well, you know what? We really wanted to keep with the red and white theme, right? Because, you know, in Canada, we traditionally don't make a huge deal about Canada Day, but why wouldn't we? Like, Canada's turning 142 this year, so kind of think it deserves a big birthday party.
Sure.
So, anyhow, we brought some other stuff. You can do something like an angel food cake, some whipping cream, and some beautiful local strawberries on top. And again, with the angel food, you can buy it, you can bake it, you can use a mix. Like, it's really not about, you know, the type of ingredients or the ease of the difficulty of preparation. It's just, you know, you're baking with your kids, right? And it's fun.
So make it easy and have fun. And, and of course, you can get those little Canada flags at a dollar store, I think, around.
Yeah, for sure.
In there, for sure. Well, some great suggestions, and we are going to give you a chance to win a Smuckers gift basket. All we need is your information, and of course that includes this, right?
Absolutely.
The fun squeeze bottle.
Yeah.
So we just need your information into lunchtelevision@citytv.com, and you could be the lucky winner. This is all low calorie, right?
Of course.
Of course
it is.
Awesome. Okay, well, Sarah, thank you so much for coming in and some great ideas. And happy Canada Day.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
My pleasure. All right, coming up on Lunch Television, we will be chatting with Kyle Donaldson. Stay with us. Back in moments.
Canada, you've proved your worth. You got so big mountains.
So, coming up tomorrow on Breakfast Television, it is the night after The Bachelorette. You know you're watching it. We're going to give you your